No matter how you feel about it, good or bad, thick and thin, right or wrong, all day, every day, bootleg figures ain't going nowhere. Now, for the longest time, these figures were considered cheap alternatives to the originals. Emphasis on the cheap. And for people who either missed the original purchase window, couldn't afford the original, or didn't see the value in paying for a particular figure, bootlegs were the solution. But typically, the quality reflected the price tag. Last year, however, CTToys came around and showed people, nah, we can actually do great value products at great value pricing. Their releases of Spider-Man 2099, Agent Anti-Venom, and Brown Suit Wolverine had the community in a chokehold. The figures were not only a higher quality than what we were used to, but they gave us options that were otherwise hard to come by, or simply didn't exist at all. And while that got some people thinking, well, why the heck are we paying so much for these figures to begin with? It got me thinking, what other figures can CTToys pull off? So here's my list of figures I'd love to see CTToys take a crack at next. Coming in at number 5, Ultron. The Rebel Tech Ultron is an early Rebel Tech figure, and it's remembered fondly today, but having played with it before, nah. The limbs were loose, the thing only came with like 3 accessories, and he was criminally undersized. But that design is still top notch. It is by far the most articulated Ultron figure to date, and he currently resells for about 3 dozen eggs. Now, if CTToys could tighten up the joints and make him a little bit taller, which I know they don't typically do, they'd have another hit on their hands. So at the number 5 spot, the Rebel Tech Age of Ultron, Ultron. Coming in at number 4, Killmonger. So check this out. You know how CTToys took the Agent Venom figure, reversed the paint job, and made an anti-Venom? Well, what if they took the amazing Yamaguchi Black Panther, made it black and gold, and turned it into a Killmonger? Right? You see the vision. Kind of like what Jay Figs did here. But don't steal it, please. Ask him first. I know how y'all do. They could also just do a Black Panther because he's hard to come by on his own. But I already got that figure, so everybody else is on their own. Give me Killmonger. Coming in at the number 3 spot, the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man. Now, I'ma let y'all in on a little secret. I've owned a PlayStation 3, I've owned a PlayStation 4, I've owned a PlayStation 5. Heck, I've owned the Spider-Man games. Haven't played not 1 minute of them. But I love the design of Peter Parker's PS4 suit. And I hate the fact that the SHF one is the only one worth getting. Cause it's not worth that aftermarket price. Now if CTToys could reproduce that design at an affordable cost, I'd buy 3. Keep in mind though, the SHF one is a short king too, so I wouldn't want him to be any shorter than that original. But even if he was, I'd make it work. I'm cheating a little bit with this next one, but you can't have one without the others. So at number 2, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The best articulated set of TMNT figures came from amazing Yamaguchi. Hands down. The Rebel Tech Turtles, based on the 2012 Nickelodeon series, retail for like $40–50 when they were first released. And you can find them at GameStop. What? Today, these things resell for entirely too much money. Now, one of the first reviews I remember watching on YouTube was Pixel Dance coverage of these things, and the amount of personality in them was insane. The expressions they come with, the fact that each turtle has their own unique body, mixed with Rebel Tech's articulation, make me want to own these guys so bad. And I'm not even a fan of the series, and this is a situation where height wouldn't really matter too much. Now, it may never happen, but if it did, ooh-wee. Coming in at number 1, Cable. Only 20 figures into the line, and Rebel Tech put out the best Cable action figure to date. The perfect amount of ooh, the perfect amount of ah, and the perfect amount of yeah. Just judging off appearance, this Cable looks amazing. He's super vibrant, he's got all the pouches you'd ever want, he's actually a pretty good height for Rebel Tech, and he got them big old things, boy. You can put this guy on your X-Men shelf, you can use him as your Marvel vs. Capcom Cable, you can display him with the other thick boy Rebel Techs. You can do everything with this guy, but afford him. This Cable's been one of the most elusive figures to find. And it seems like whoever already has him is either holding on to him for dear life or asking for a life savings to part ways with him. So if CTToys ever puts out their version of this guy, I would be eternally grateful. Listen, feel how you want to feel about bootleg figures. Embrace it, dread it, run from it. It's gonna arrive all the same, and it could just as easily be gone tomorrow. So while they're still around, these are the figures I like to see them tackle next. And these were all based on lines that I've already seen them do, so I know they have the capability to pull it off. Anyway, that's a wrap, folks. In the comments, let me know what figures CT Toys should work on in the future if they stick around. Now, if they disappear and a brand new company named Toys TC comes around, don't ask no questions. Until next time, I'm KC. Don't forget to protect your peace, stay young at heart, and remember, we're all kind of collecting something. Peace.